And through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. Black 25 behind. 53 is the mic. Wait. Where do we go?
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. He'll have a first down past the 40. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
Here we go, even. Hey, thump. Let's go.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Jameis to throw it. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Ready. Black. What is that? Wait. Mike, 53. Hey. 53. Mike. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let him go.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. And this is caught by Evans. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mike Evans, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Here's Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
The Browns opted not to pick a running back with their first two selections at number 1 and 4 in the first round, but they circled back in the second round and got a really good one to Nick Chubb out of Georgia. Broke off a nice run there, and that's where he's good.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Chris Wormley. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry, and he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 39.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. Now on second and 16, Mayfield. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and that takes us from second to third down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis, no jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. King, king, king. Cut. Cut.
Third and long for Mayfield. And that is incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. They'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 34.
Let's go. Easy. Let's go.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Got it.
Jameis now on first down. He completes it to Evans. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Hey, stop. Got one free, defense. Check 13. Check 13. Come on. Sunday. 53. Mike. 81. Green, 17.
Winston. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now to add the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They go with Chubb on second down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
An opening for Chubb on first down as he dashes forward for about 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 49-yard line.
2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Browns 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the run, this is Hunt. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his first touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, It almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. There he goes, right side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loose...
Now a clash of bodies here and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check tight end, check tight. Hey, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. White. Flip it. Same. Check three.
Here's Winston. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if... And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Matt Judon able to record his 5th sack of the season. To try again after the sack. Mayfield, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield, he'll let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Check the backer, check the backer. Easy.
From the gun, Winston. Now that'll be caught by Cup. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as the Ravens push further out in front. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Mayfield looks to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. To throw, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield now from the 50. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And again, it's Mayfield. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Switch up. Watch out.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 21. Now, he's got their only touchdown. This offense struggling. They target him again.
Everyone is looking for the hot hand, and sometimes you just don't have it. Maybe it's just lukewarm. But you go to that guy and try and turn it hot. Try and get things going. Find a way to get everything kick-started. As you noted, he has their only touchdown, so he's had the most success in the game thus far.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
180. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
They'll run with Chubb. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Mayfield. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 40. Past the 20, 10. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Kareem Hunt, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Ravens 42, Browns 7. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on this?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Ready? Blue ready.
On first down, Hunt. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Check. 53 is mine. Check.
On play action, Winston. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Watch the shift. Hey, even. Come on. Sunday.
On third down, here's Hunt. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started, and they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Switch. Check 4.
A run for Nick Chubb. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith.
King.
From the 38, Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver, 3rd down here. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Set, 180. Let's go, baby. They turn up. Let's get that ball.
A give running right is Chubb. Levante David, the Bucs' leading tackler, 6 of the last 7 years in there to make the stop.
A gain of 2.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check, check. Lucky, lucky. Joker, joker.
A toss play to Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Fourth down, Mayfield. He's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They come out here in the eye.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Hey, up. Quick edge. Come.
49, check 49.
They'll give it to Chubb. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. To Vecchio to add the PAT. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Around the NFL fourth quarter right now in Atlanta. And really pouring it on now are the Falcons. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them.
5 on the 50.
They'll run on first down. It's Hunt, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.